Everybody, listen, I'm going to make Alex's point for him about 10 times so you get it. Alex thinks HEX is going to zero because you can't sell. Alex thinks HEX is going to zero because you can't sell. Alex thinks HEX is going to zero because you can't sell. Alex, do you want to sing it with me? Let's sing it together, bro. Because you have one point, a dumb point, but all you do is say it 20 or 40 times. So I want it's called in neurolinguistic programming, satiation. I want your brain to get satiated so you don't feel like saying it over and over and over again because it's the only thing you say. Hey, everybody, Alex doesn't think there's enough buy support for you to sell, and then it's going to go to zero.
It's called mimetic desire.
Nice, great. I'm going to repeat it so everyone hears it. Alex thinks HEX is going to zero. Alex thinks HEX is going to zero. Can we shut the fuck up about it now? Have we covered it? Can we do new shit now? Okay.
You're the one that's...
Let me tell you how many times you could have sold on a double in HEX. You could have bought January 5th, a year and a half ago, and sold on a double, 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 or sold on a fucking double. Yes, you could. Yes, you could. How do you think the price dropped 70%? How do you think the price dropped 70% 6 times? How do you think the price dropped 70% 6 times? How do you think that happens? Because people sell the fuck out of it. Because people sell the fuck out of it. Do you know how many millions of dollars of fucking HEX I've seen people sell over the last 2 weeks? Millions and millions and millions and millions. And we see where the money goes. We see where the money goes. But your brain doesn't understand it. We see with our eyes where the money goes when people sell their fucking HEX. People dump the HEX price constantly, all the time. But because the demand exceeds the supply, the price keeps going up, and people keep dumping it, and they dump it, and they empty their fucking wallets. And it doesn't matter, because the god whale who's buying it has more money than all their little pleb bags put together. And that guy stakes forever. I love him. God whale, if you're listening, bro, you're the best. Seriously. Consider donating to sens.org. Save your life, be able to spend that money, you know what I mean? So like you just don't understand how liquid the market is. Do you understand how many people sell their bags on the way up 380,000%? Do you know how many people sold earlier? Shitloads, tons and tons and tons of people emptied their HEX bags earlier. They did everything they could to murder the price. Over and over again. We got a video of a guy that's like, I emergency end staked my 500 million HEX and paid a penalty. But in reality, I made a 2.5x. He sold half a billion HEX. But you don't realize that because you're not looking at the chart. I have personally seen tons of people make millions of dollars, and you're telling me it's not happening because you don't understand that the demand exceeds the supply. There's guys with billions of dollars that want HEX. I had a phone call with a billionaire. He bought a lot. Like
so what we can say here is that when HEX's
price is
dumped 70%, we've barely...
It's done it 5 times. It's done it 5 times.
But look how piss weak the circulation and active addresses are. Like, this is tiny amounts that are crushing the price 70%. Oh my God. You're just proving my point.
Yeah, I'm proving your point. The best time to buy Bitcoin when there was no volume and no users and Satoshi owned all the coins. You're making fun of the best opportunity you'll have in your life. You're making fun of something pre-viral. You're making fun of something that's on no big exchanges yet, on no front pages of large coin market cap sites yet, with no positive press from anyone, with no one saying anything nice anywhere. It's pre-viral. You're looking opportunity in the face, but thinking that it's not opportunity because you're retarded. You don't know what you're doing. You're looking at the most potentially profitable thing. You literally said that you think this is going to be the highest performing asset in the next 5 years, but you're too dumb to buy it. What is wrong with your brain, dude?
Because no one can sell it, mate.
Sell it on a double, like just happened 11 times. Like, what are you talking about? You don't understand what you're talking about. You should go to t.me/hex trading and just ask them, hey guys, can you show me some wallets that have tried to nuke the price and go look at how much money they made? Millions and millions and millions of real dollars.
I'm going to wrap up soon because I think I've made my point. And
Alex thinks HEX is going to zero, everybody, but not Bitcoin and not Ethereum, even though they drop 85 and 95% every few years. Not those ones because they're special. They're unique. But HEX is. No, they're not free markets, dude. No, they're not.
Well, I'm gonna love you and leave you.
All right.
We've got one of the best fundamental track records over the past 8 years.
He needs money. He wants you to join his paid group. No.
We've got thousands of hours of free education, guys, all on the website.
Yeah. Oh, ah!
You don't need
oh
to join
no!
them.
Oh! Shilling canceled. Oh, the guy who got wrecked, his shilling got canceled. Poor guy. All right. So anyway, every once in a while I have haters on because I know you guys like to see when I savage people. So basically, Alex's brain doesn't understand that there's so much demand for HEX. He doesn't get it that people have tried to murder the price over and over and over again. And tons and tons and tons of people that bought early sold all the hex they ever had and got a 10x and then missed out on the 4000x. They got a 20x and missed out on the 4000x. They got a 40x and missed out on the 4000x. He doesn't understand how much actual real money had to go and empty out all those guys' bags to be where we are today. He just can't understand it. He doesn't get it. His brain can't comprehend it. Sorry, man. He thinks volume is good, as though that liquidity. By the way, volume and liquidity aren't related. You can have very high fake wash traded volume and no liquidity. And then when you go and try and place a limit order, it just the orders just disappear as though they were never there, and you can't get your order filled. You go on any of these fake centralized exchanges and try and actually sell like $100,000 or something, the price disappears. It's crazy. You're like, so he doesn't understand that volume doesn't go on market cap. He doesn't understand that volume isn't liquidity, and he doesn't understand that hex is extremely liquid, and people have dumped tons and tons of hex, and the demand is just too high to care. He doesn't get it. And then he thinks people that have got 15-year stakes are somehow going to just want to sell everything. Like they just got bored. Hey, I know I've got millions of dollars of money tied up into these stakes, but hey, you know what? I'm just going to eject and start crap talking it. No. Roger Ver sold his Bitcoin, started crap talking Bitcoin. Mike Hearn sold his Bitcoin, started crap talking Bitcoin. You're not going to get that in hex because if people have a 15-year stake, they're not going to be crap talking it. And so we have the best community getting tattoos and having meetups and just doing everything that an awesome community can do, helping each other, volunteering for each other, educating each other, starting YouTube groups, everything that's happening. Our community is absolutely amazing. Our price performance is amazing. Our uptime is amazing. We have the best price chart that I've ever seen. Everything is absolutely amazing. But he says, you know what? None of that matters. None of that matters. Because he thinks he understands the market better, which is why he's wrecked and trying to shill his paid group where he can get you wrecked, which I canceled by hitting end. I've never done that before. It's the first time I've ever done that. It's just disgusting to me. You know who runs paid groups? People that need your money. Do I run a paid group, or I just make amazing price calls for free? I make amazing price calls for free. I called the Bitcoin top on the day. Did I charge you for it? Did I charge you anything for the education? No. Why? Because I've been a retired multimillionaire since 2003. Actually, 2005. Sorry. So that's what, 15 years, 16 years now? What do you want me to do? Free books, free coins, the best performing asset, the largest airdrop in history. People are buying amazing things everywhere. And God whales that have more money than any of you will ever probably have are delaying gratification for 15 years at a time. And then, if it is the case that whatever these addresses are that are receiving the $170 million of hex so far, let's go look up these numbers actually. Let's go look this up. So right now, I'm looking at the sacrifice address, the pulsechain.com sacrifice address. There's 1,000 Ethereum in there. There was basically this address keeps turning the Ethereum into stable coins. So